Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we're going to take a look at the third of the state quarter series, the New Jersey 1999 state quarter, and it is Washington, or George Washington, crossing the Delaware. And if we look here, we see, of course, that this is the Washington quarter from the United States of America. It's worth $0.25 or 25 cents. George Washington is facing to the left. It says Liberty under his chin, United States of America above his head, In God we trust behind him. And this is where the mint mark is here on these quarters. And you can see that, if I can get it right, that this is a P, or a Philadelphia mint mark right here. And so there are three mint marks on these quarters from 1999. There is a P for Philadelphia, there's a D for Denver, and there's an S for San Francisco. If we look at this quarter closely, we can see that it's on the state side, it says New Jersey, 1787. There's the Revolutionary flag, the American flag here. There is George Washington standing up, and they are poling and rowing across the Delaware, and then in the background you can see that there are other boats going across behind him, and this Delaware is full of ice and snow, and this is from Christmas, or December 25th, 1787. The armies of George Washington crossed the Delaware River into New Jersey and attacked the Hessians, or the Germans, who were hired fighters for the United Kingdom, or Britain at that time. And this actual image that New Jersey uses on their state quarter comes from a Emanuel Leutsch painting, which is at the Metropolitan Museum in New York. And I'm going to try to give you a little picture of that painting, which is on the Metropolitan Museum website. It's called the Met. People call it the Met. And this is, I think, in Gallery 360 of the Met, but you can call the Met or look on the website and find it. And here is the painting of George Washington crossing the Delaware. You can see George in the front. You can see all the ice and snow. And what they did was, you can see the horses and the other. So this is the Emanuel Leutsch painting. Get to see it if you ever can at the Met, because it is just beautiful painting. Now, when New Jersey decided what to use for their coin, they felt that this was a really formative moment of the United States, and so they chose that. And it's interesting because this is the third in the United States quarter series. First was, of course, Delaware itself, the first state, and this is the 1999 Delaware, 1787, and that's Cesar Rodney in the first state, and this is when actually he was, I believe, carrying the Declaration of Independence a few years before, and Delaware was the first state to become a state, and then Pennsylvania was the second, and this is again the 1999, and then New Jersey was the third. As I said, there are three mint marks. There's the P from Philadelphia, there's a D, and you can see the D here, from Denver. And these are, of course, coins that are copper nickel plated copper, so you can see the copper inside them. For the first I don't know, from 1932 until 1998, so what's that, 77 years, the United States used this image, and it says Liberty to top, George Washington, In God we trust under his chin, 1998. And this, and put the mint mark here pretty much in the same spot. So you see the date is under here rather than on the back. But because they wanted to change it up, they took a lot of the stuff. So, In God we trust under the chin, In God we trust went behind him. Liberty at the top, Liberty went behind him. United States of America actually was on the back of the original U.S. quarter, in the E pluribus unum right below it, and it said $0.25. So they took the $0.25 off the back of the original U.S. quarter. They took the United States of America off, and they did leave, as I'll show you, the pluribus unum here, and they put the date on the back. So they flipped the date from the front to the back. And so this is the quarter. This is George Washington crossing the Delaware. There is an S version also. Let me show you that one. That is this one right here, United States of America. And you can see the S is in some kind of plastic, and that's because the S is a proof coin only, and comes in mint sets. And so if you want to get this one, you're going to need to get actually buy the mint set. Usually it's worth a few dollars outside the mint set, but it is usually don't break them out. So let's take a look at the back of that one, and we can see that when you get the mint set versions, you just get much more clarity. And look at that. You can actually see much more detail. You can see the people's faces. You can see the ice much better. So this is the mint set version. So this is the S. This is the D. And this is the P. The 1999 New Jersey State Quarter, the third in the series of state quarters in the United States State Quarter series. All right, thank you for watching. Good luck out there with the COVID and all the issues that's coming with it. And I think we're getting closer and closer to getting a resolution. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.